Hello friends, welcome back to Positive Approach. This is Nitesh Bhardwaj. As you all know, we are discussing about our second unit, that is kinematics. Today's our topic is uniformly accelerated motion. So first question arises, what is uniformly accelerated motion? Uniformly accelerated motion. A motion in which change in velocity at a time is constant. A motion in which change in velocity at each unit of time is constant. Our acceleration is vector quantity. Our acceleration is vector quantity and it is velocity over time, where v dash minus v over x dash minus x. This is our acceleration. T dash minus t. This is our acceleration. Acceleration may sometime also called retardation, and sometime acceleration may called retardation and deceleration. And the unit of acceleration in SI system is meter per second square. Our next key point is in uniformly motion. Keep in mind, in uniformly motion, average velocity of an object is always equal to the actual velocity of object. In uniformly motion, average velocity of an object at any point is always equal to the actual velocity of the object. But in uniformly accelerated motion, average velocity of an object does not represent the actual velocity of an object. It does not represent the actual velocity of an object. In uniformly accelerated motion, average velocity of an object does not represent the actual velocity of an object. Here there are two terms. Our first one is velocity and our second term is speed. What is velocity and what is speed? Velocity is displacement over time. What is velocity? Velocity is displacement over time, and we know the exact concept of displacement. And what is speed? Speed is the distance over time. What is velocity? Velocity displacement over time and speed is distance over time. So keeping this in mind, let's do a example. What is our example? Our first example is, because these examples are very important for examination point of view, our first example is a body travel from A to B at 40 meter per second. Any object, any body travel A to B with velocity 40 meter per second. Let v1 be the velocity of from point A to B is 40 meter per second, and from B to A at 60 meter per second. Let this velocity be v2 and it is 60 meter per second. Calculate the average speed and average velocity. What we have to calculate? We have to calculate average speed and average velocity. We know that the formula of average speed and also we know the formula of average velocity. Here average speed is distance over time and velocity is displacement over time. But here we have only velocity, so we have to calculate first time. Let t1 is the time taken by the object to reach the position B, A to B. When object reaches A to B, then time taken t1, and t1 is the total distance AB divided by the velocity 40. This is t1. And what is t2? T2 is the time taken by the object from B to A, and here velocity is 60 meter per second square. So T2 is distance BA divided by 60 meter per second. So the total time taken by the object from A to B and then B to A. Here T1 plus T2 is equal to AB divided by 40 plus here BA and AB are equal. AB divided by 60. Let us take an LCM. Here LCM is 120. Take AB common. Here 43s are plus 2, which is equal to AB into 5 over 120. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 fours are 20. AB divided by 24 is the total time taken by the object to reaches the position B and after B to reaches the position A back. Now, what is average speed? Average speed is the total distance divided by time. Total distance is what? Here total distance is AB divided by what is total time? Time is AB divided by 24. Here 24 goes up. AB cancel AB, which is equal to 24 meter per second is the average speed of the object. And what is average velocity here? Average velocity. What is the formula of average velocity? We know that formula of average velocity is displacement divided by time. Here what is the displacement? Object reaches the point B, then B to A. Therefore here total displacement is 0. So average velocity of an object is 0. I hope you can understand this example easily. I'm sorry friends, here total distance is when he goes A to B and then reaches back B to A. We have the total distance is 2 times AB. So multiply the final result by 2, which is equal to 48 meter per second is the average speed of the object. And average velocity displacement over time, here the displacement is 0. So its average velocity is 0. Now we doing some formulas which are very important in uniformly accelerated motion. Our first formula is velocity. Our first formula is velocity time relation. Our first formula is velocity time relation, which is implies V is equal to U plus AT. Here V is the velocity, final velocity, U is the initial velocity, A is acceleration and T is time. Our second formula is position time relation. Position time relation, this is implies here S is displacement, here S is distance, where S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Our third formula is velocity displacement relation. Velocity displacement relation, which is implies V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. These formula are very important for examination point of view. After some time, we will do the example on this formula, those numericals which are based on these formulas. Now we discuss velocity time graph. Velocity time graph. Let's discuss velocity time graph in uniformly accelerated motion. In uniformly accelerated motion, velocity time graph represent a straight line. Here toward x-axis its time and toward y-axis its velocity. And what this graph represent? The velocity time graph, the slope of velocity time graph represent acceleration of an object. The slope of this graph represent acceleration of an object, and the area under velocity time graph represent distance of an object. I repeat again, the slope of velocity time graph represent acceleration and the area under velocity time graph represent distance of an object. Distance covered by an object. Now let's discuss another position time graph. Another graph of uniformly accelerated motion, that is position time graph. This position time graph Along x-axis it is time, and along y-axis it is position. And this graph is a curved line, that is, this graph is parabolic. The nature of this graph is parabolic, and the slope of position time graph represent the instantaneous velocity of an object. What does it represent? It represent instantaneous velocity. And what is this instantaneous velocity? Instantaneous velocity is that velocity of an object at particular time. The velocity of an object at particular time. For example, speedometer of vehicle, for example car, bike. Speedometer of vehicle represent the instantaneous velocity. Speedometer of vehicle tell us about the instantaneous velocity of an object at particular time. Now we discuss non-uniform motion. Now we discuss non-uniform motion. What is this non-uniform motion? This is known as variable velocity. Non-uniform motion is also known as variable velocity. In non-uniform motion, either speed, either direction, or both changes with time. In non-uniform motion, either speed, direction, or both speed or direction changes with time. And for non-uniform motion, position time graph never straight line, never be a straight line. In the position time graph for non-uniform motion is never a straight line, and velocity time graph may or may not be straight. Velocity time graph may or may not be straight, but it will not parallel to x-axis. Velocity time graph may or may not be straight, but it never be parallel to x-axis. And what is the concept of instantaneous velocity? As we earlier discussed, what is the instantaneous velocity? Velocity of an object at particular instant point, and it is denoted by v, which is approximately equal to del x over del t. I hope this is all clear to you. Now we are discussing some example which are very important for examination point of view, and based upon these formulas. Our second numerical is: an electron is emitted with velocity of 5 into 10 raised to power 6 meter per second. It is accelerated by an electrical field in the direction of initial velocity at 3 into 10 raised to power 14 meter per second square. If final velocity is this, calculate the distance covered by the electron. We have to calculate distance. And what is here initial velocity? Let u denote the initial velocity, and it is equal to 5 into 10 raised to power 6 meter per second. It is accelerated, and the acceleration of an object here is 3 into 10 raised to power 14 meter per second square, and its final velocity, let it will be denoted by v, which is equal to 7 into 10 raised to power 6 meter per second inverse 6 meter per second. We have to calculate the distance covered by the electron. As we earlier discussed, now we know that the velocity displacement relation. It is equal to v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Here v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity, a is the acceleration of an object, and s is the distance covered by an electron. So here s is equal to v square minus u square by 2a. Very simple. Now substituting the value of v, here v is 7 into 10 raised to power 6 square minus u 5 into 10 raised to power 6 square divided by 2 times acceleration 3 into 10 raised to power 14, which is equal to 7 sevens are 49 into 10 raised to power 12 minus 5 fives are 25 into 10 raised to power 12 divided by 3 twos are 6 into 10 raised to power 14, which is equal to 14 minus 25 into 10 raised to power 12 divided by 6 into 10 raised to power 14, which is equal to, subtract 49 minus 25, 95 is equal to 4, 42 is equal to 2 into 10 raised to power 12 divided by 6 into 10 raised to power 14, 6 ones are 6, 6 fours are 24, which is equal to 4 into 10 raised to power minus 2, or this is equal to 0.04 meter. I hope this numerical clear to you. Very easy. Here we used only velocity displacement relation, which is v square minus u square is equal to 2as. Our next numerical is numerical number 3rd. If the distance traveled by a body in a time is given by x is equal to, what is the distance? X is equal to at plus bt square. Then what will be the instantaneous acceleration of the body? We have to calculate the instantaneous acceleration. So let us see here. If we differentiate this term with respect to t, we calculate the instantaneous velocity, that is dx over dt, which is equal to velocity, which is equal to here a plus 2bt. Simple differentiation. Now, but we have to calculate instantaneous acceleration. Here again we have to differentiate with respect to t. We can get d square x over dt square, which is equal to dv over dt, which is equal to acceleration, which is equal to, this is constant term, 0 plus 2b. So here instantaneous acceleration of the body is equal to 2b. Very easy numerical. I hope this numerical also clear to you. Our next numerical is, a man walk on the road, state road. A man walks on a state road from his house to a market 2.5 kilometer. So house to market, the distance is, what is the distance? Distance is 2.5 kilometer. Away with a speed of 5 kilometer. And let v1 be its initial velocity, and what is its speed? 5 kilometer per hour. Finding market closed, he instantly turn and walk back home with the speed of, he walk back home, let v2 is the velocity, with speed 7.5 kilometer per hour. Market to home, and this is the velocity, home to market. What is the magnitude of average velocity and average speed? We have to calculate average velocity and average speed. We know that the formula of average velocity and average speed of man over the time interval 0 to 30 minutes, 0 to 50 minutes, and 0 to 40 minutes. Now we have here v1 is equal to 5 kilometer per hour and v2 7.5 kilometer per hour. To calculate the average velocity, we have to know about the time. Here time is not given, so first of all we have to calculate the time. Here v1 is the velocity of the man to reach the market from home. Let t1 is the time interval, and t1 is total distance 2.5 kilometer divided by velocity 5, which is equal to 0.5, which is equal to 30 minutes. And let t2 be the time reach the man market to home. Here t2 is, now the distance from market to home is also 2.5 kilometer, but here velocity is 7.5 kilometer per hour, which is equal to 25 ones are 25, 25 threes are 75, which is equal to 1 over 3, which is equal to 20 minutes. Here t1 is equal to 30 and t2 is 20 minutes. Now our first part is to calculate the average velocity and average speed within 0 to 30 minutes. It is very clear from this time in 0 to 30 minute, how much the distance covered by the man. He covered the distance of 2.5 km because in 0 to 30 minute its velocity v1 is equal to 5 km per hour and distance is equal to 2.5 km, because only in this interval he reaches the market and its distance is 2.5 km. So here average velocity is displacement over time. Here displacement is 2.5 divided by distance over time. Here time is how much? Time here is 0.5 hour per 0.5, which is equal to 5 5s are 25. 5 km per hour is the average velocity of the object in this time interval 0 to 30, and its average speed. This average speed is the distance covered by the object. Here distance is 2.5 by the time is also 30 minutes, which when we convert 30 minutes into hour it is 0.5 hour, which is equal to 5 km per hour. When the in 0 to 30 minutes the average velocity of the man is 5 km per hour and also the average speed of the object is 5 km per hour. Now our second point is within 0 to 50 minutes. In 0 to 50 minutes, let's see here, distance is what? In 0 to 30 minutes, the man reached the market, but again, in next 20 minutes, he reaches back the home again. In next 20 minutes, he reaches back the home again. Therefore, total distance is 2.5 plus 2.5, which is equal to 5 km. And displacement here it is equal to 0 because he reaches back home again. So displacement here is 0. Now we have to calculate here average velocity. We know that velocity is displacement over time, which is equal to 0. And now we have to calculate average speed. What is average speed? Average speed is total distance covered by the object divided by the total time taken. Total time is 30 plus 20. This is 50 minutes. We have to convert 50 minutes into hour, which is 50 divided by 65 by 6 hour, which is equal to 5 divided by 5 multiplied by 6, which is equal to 6 km per hour. The average velocity within that mean time 0 to 50 minutes is equal to 6 km per hour. And in our next part, the time is given 0 to 40 minutes. 0 to 40 minutes. Let's see here in first 30 minutes. In first 30 minutes, it covers the distance. In first 30 minutes, it covers the distance home to market, which is equal to 2.5 km. When in 30 minutes, this is equal to 30 plus 10 minutes. In 30 minutes, it covered the man covered the distance 2.5 km. And in the next 10 minutes, he goes from market to home. He goes from market to home in 20 minutes. But in 10 minutes, he covered the distance 2.5 divided by 2. Because in 20 minutes, it covered the distance 2.5 kilometers. So in 10 minutes, it covers its half, which is equal to 2.5 plus 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 5 twos are 10, which is equal to 3.7 kilometers is the total distance covered in 0 to 40 minutes. Now we have to calculate here average speed. What is average speed? Average speed is the distance. Here total distance is 3.75 divided by total time. Time is how much here? 40 minutes, which is equal to, here this is minute, we have to convert it into hour. 3.75 divided by 40 divided by 60. You have to calculate this, and that is our average speed. And what is here average velocity? What is here average velocity? Average velocity is displacement over time. What is displacement here? Here it covers the distance from home to market is equal to 2.5 kilometer. But after market to home in 10 minutes, it cover distance 1.25. Therefore its displacement is equal to 2.5 minus 1.25, which is equal to 2.50 minus 1.25. 10 5 5 4 to 2 1 1.25, therefore its displacement is 1.25. So 1.25 divided by 40 by 60. So when you calculate this, we can easily get the average velocity and we easily get the average speed. This is all about this numerical. I hope this numerical is easy to understand. Our next numerical is numerical number 5. A car moving along a state highway with speed of 126 km per hour is brought to stop within a distance of 200 meters. What is the velocity? Velocity of a car is 126 km per hour. Let this will be its initial velocity denoted by u, and brought to stop within a distance, and its distance is 200 meter. So we have to convert first this initial velocity into meter per second, which is 126 multiplied by 1000 divided by 3600, which is equal to 2020 cancel. 6 6 are 36, 6 2s are 12, 1 3 2s are 6, 3 7s are 21, which is equal to 2 5s are 10, which is equal to 35 meter per second, and the distance is 200 meter. Now the question asked us, what is retardation? We know that what is retardation? Retardation is acceleration of a car, and how long does it take for a car to stop? We know that the acceleration displacement relation, which is equal to v square minus u square, is equal to 2as. We have to stop the car, so its final velocity is 0. So here 0 minus u square, 35 square, which is equal to 2as, where s is 200 meter. This is implies acceleration is equal to 35 square divided by 400, which is equal to 135 multiplied by 35. 5 5s are 25, 5 3s are 15, 16 17 into 5 3s are 15, 3 3s are 9, 1 10, 5 2 2 1 1 2 2 5 divided by 4 into 100. Now divided by 4, 1 4s are 4, 4 2s 4 3s are 12, 0, 6 4s are 24, 10 4 2s are 10 and something. So we have this 3.062, which is equal to 3.062. This is the acceleration, and the unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Now this is the acceleration, and what we have to ask? We have to ask what is retardation. This is retardation, that is 3.062 meter per second. This is our retardation with negative sign. And how long does it take for the car to stop? And we have to ask to calculate that time. We also know that the formula v, that is equal to u plus at. Here we know the value of v, this is 0. We know the value of u, this is 35 meter per second. We know the acceleration. We can easily calculate here time. Here at is equal to minus u, then t is equal to minus u divided by acceleration. Here minus u, what is the u? 35 meter per second divided by minus 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 plus is 3.06. This is our time. I hope these numerical are clear to you. Now let's discuss some important questions which are very important for examination point of view. Our first question is, can a body have constant speed but varying velocity? Can a body have constant speed but varying velocity? Yes, a body can have constant speed but varying velocity. When a body moves around the circle, let a body move around the circle with speed is equal to 30 meter per second. When the object reaches again this position again, then the displacement of this point will be 0. So we can easily say that a body have constant speed, because at every point the body have constant speed of 30 meter per second, but displacement at this point again 0. So we can easily say that a body have constant speed but varying velocity. Our next question is slope of velocity time graph represent. We earlier discussed the slope of velocity time graph represent acceleration and area under this velocity time graph for uniformly accelerated motion. Keep in mind, uniformly accelerated motion represent distance, and for uniformly accelerated motion, as we discussed yesterday, the velocity time graph represents us the displacement of the object. Here velocity time graph represent acceleration, and area under velocity time graph for uniformly accelerated motion is distance. A ball is thrown straight upward. A ball is thrown straight upward. This is the top. What is the velocity and acceleration at the top? At this point top, the velocity, the top of the point, the velocity is 0 and acceleration here is 9.8 meter per second square, and inward downward direction. So a ball thrown straight up, what is the velocity and acceleration? At the top, velocity of the top is 0 and acceleration at top is 9.8 meter per second square, and in downward direction. Our next question is, can a body have constant velocity and varying speed? No, a body cannot have constant velocity and varying speed, because the speed is always equal to the magnitude of the velocity. So a body cannot have constant velocity but varying speed. Our next question is, can a body have zero velocity but infinite acceleration? Can a body have zero velocity? Yes, a body can have zero velocity but infinite acceleration. For example, as we discussed now, when an object thrown upward at the top, here velocity is equal to 0, but acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. So a body have zero velocity and finite acceleration. Our next question is, what does speedometer of a car measure? The speedometer of a car measure instantaneous speed. And what is this instantaneous speed? The instantaneous speed of an object is the speed at a particular point. So this is all about uniformly accelerated motion. I hope these all questions are clear to you. If you have any doubt or any query, you can comment on comment section. All comment section belongs to you. Thank you and have a nice day.